and make sure things are good. Okay, cool. So I want to make sure. Some tools going on. Go, sweet, and boom. Alright. And to kind of get things all settled. And out, because I don't need that bullshit. Now to get a bowl going. And unwind. Ugh. This fucking meal. Ah, fucking hell. What? Hey, you're supposed to be connecting. Bish. There we go. Stupid thing. Cool. So this much, the white shirt has certainly helped. Glad when I checked out Los Malvados live and got a shirt from them, I'm honestly glad I got a white shirt instead. I would probably get fucked if this was a black shirt absorbing all the heat. Actually, contrasts pretty nice to what I normally wear anyway. Plus, it just kind of works with anything. Whatever type of color palettes or whatever the hell I might want to rock with. There we go. Alright. Ah. Nice. Ah, that was a good old relaxation bowl right there. But I'll say fucking work today was pretty fucking ridiculous. Ugh. And I finally fucking found out why on fucking Mondays everyone gets 16 pieces. And it's because of the fucking special that day. The maximum that you can get at any given time during that day is 2. So of course everyone's taking advantage of grabbing 2 instead of 1. Which, this is just... Oh my god, it's just so fucking ridiculous, because as soon as we put out, like, enough to top our case off, it's totally empty. and pretty much fucking everybody's grabbing 16 pieces. So like the next 3 or 4 people that grab that shit were just gone again. I can't tell you how many times I've told people, like, gotta wait, like, fucking, like 20 minutes, because it's gonna be a minute. And also, that's not even 100% guaranteed, just because it's gonna be, like, going so quick. Like, because people are already on, like, a back order with this shit. It was just, fucking ridiculous. Thank goodness I changed the fryer oil yesterday, because with it being nice and topped off and everything, I was able to at least, like, maximize the capacity on those things when frying food. Normally, they're only supposed to have, like, 3 bags, which each bag is, like, 16 already. So, I just said fucking and did 4 each. And it was, like, kind of overlapping barely. I'm out fucking on this. And of course, with it being so fucking hot today, like everyone and their fucking mother, decided to like not want to cook at all. So like the first chunk of the day before it really hit that peak, everyone was just coming in here, and it's like, oh my god. Rudy Giuliani was indicted. I'm not surprised. It's just kind of bitching about, like, with fucking work, dude, because, like, dude, Mondays, fucking customers be, like, fucking bloodthirsty savages, dude, I swear to God. Like, cause, like, every time I try to get, like, some shit out, it'd be empty, every fucking time. Yeah, like 17 others. Oh, 17 other people were indicted too. Dude, man, like that... Man, something's gonna bubble up with that shit. I'm more just waiting, for, like, shit to boil over. Like, cause, I mean, every tiny little thing is just one extra little ingredient that's just gonna make that pot boil over. I'm waiting for that. It's 110 degrees in your bathroom? Fuck, bro. You gonna get like a window AC or something? Cause holy shit. Dude. RICO charges which require time served, no probation. Oh shit, dude. Isn't Trump also indicted on some RICO charges as well? Uh-oh. And the thing is, I know with him, like, I've listened to the audio leaks about, like, him being caught and all that, with, like, trying to ask about votes and shit. He, like, I mean, dude, he's so, like, I mean, at least the RICO shit, he's definitely gonna get hit with that for sure. Because, like, that, I mean, he is saying a very specific fucking number. It's not, like, ping-pong a number out there randomly. It's not like, yeah, I need like 14,000 votes. Can you find those? Or, it's not just throwing a number out. He's saying like 11,000 something, like a very specific number. Like, it's like, and I know that'd be one more than we need, and we need that. Like, he was very hyper specific about all that shit. So it's kind of dead to rights type of thing. Like, he would have to like, make up the most insane fucking excuse for that judge to somehow believe or even buy that isn't, like, just utterly insane. Blanc wasn't even on the list. He must have gotten vapors and flipped. Maybe. Maybe he, maybe if he testifies against Trump, maybe he'll get a pass. Considering that he might be a lower level dude involved in all this. Entire federal government's been indicted on money laundering charges. The Onion. Why they bringing Uncle Rico into this? I know. What did Rico ever do? What did Rico and then Blanc ever do? Well, especially Uncle Rico. Like, I mean, he's a cool dude. What type of country is this when they're bringing Uncle Rico on this shit? I thought it was America. Dude, why? Why? Not why? Is Giuliani gonna rip another massive fart in court? I hope so. Dude, I'm just gonna wait, honestly, for Giuliani, for DFF to finally do their long-lasted Giuliani episode. But they're gonna do that when he dies, and probably wait like at least a few months or even a year after he dies, just so they can really absorb all the juice out of him. Because you know there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, you know, that will be like, you know, talking some crazy shit after he's dead. He's such a lush. If they lock him up, he's gonna die of withdrawal. Good. Saying this like it's a bad thing. Like Carrie Lake from pulling similar shit. I don't necessarily know about that. They're probably just gonna do so, like, but just try to, like, they're gonna learn from the mistake of Trump. I mean, the thing is, like, Trump didn't even learn from fucking Bush, because Bush did this, in a way. Like, I mean, he subverted a fucking 2000 election, you know, like, with Florida. So it's, you know, with this whole, you know, vote bullshit. So it's just like, I mean, and won that. So it's just like, I mean, like, he could have learned already from this. Like, because there's already at least, you know, not even that, really that long ago that he could have looked at and be like, oh yeah, that. But even then, you know, it would have to also require a pretty close margin for that to work, which there wasn't. Retired open convenience store. Now, he won't open a convenience store. He'll open up like a really sleaze bag, like New York deli, you know, with like some half-expired bologna meat. You know, that's basically what Giuliani would do. He wouldn't open up a convenience store. He would open up like some weird sleazy New York deli where he like sexually harasses everybody that walks in. Highly specific, but you know, fuck it. Here, let's see what's going on for today. See what things are happening. Oh shit. There's a meme. It's from the Everybody's So Creative girl. Dude, I love this chick. Dude, a pineapple casserole in the way you've never seen, I promise you that. I am certainly curious about that. Dude, her commentary on these, like, random-ass foods that she reacts to are fucking hilarious, bro. They're great. I haven't seen this one. Looks like it's recent, too. 5 days ago. The judge wants to try them as a group. That's going to be hilarious. Oh, and from my understanding, I think it's supposed to be a public proceeding. Like, there's going to be cameras so we could see everything, too. And from my understanding, we're, like, hypothetically may have, like, a legit, unironic mugshot of Trump. Oh my god, yes, please. Yes, fuck, please, dude. I mean, because honestly, you know that it's gonna, one, like, you know the mugshots are gonna be fucking bangers, dude. They're gonna be banging. And plus the memes galore. And plus, you know, these cultists are just gonna use that to sell shirts and shit. So you already know the Trump campaign is gonna just use that to sell shit. Like, sell little hats, shirts, fucking flags and stuff. Speaking of which, I saw a fuck Joe Biden Trump flag on some stupid fucking truck. It wasn't like a jacked up, like, fat F2 fuck 50, you know, truck. It was a little bit more of a smaller, you know, coupe truck, but, you know, nonetheless. Are Trump and the others on good terms anymore? Who? Like, with Giuliani and people like that? Well, yeah. But, I mean, not everybody. There. Everybody's so creative.
To have everyone having a good time, just to lift everybody's spirits, here's a recipe. Get a can of pineapples. If you don't have any pineapples, go on down to Kiki's house and ask her for some. Kiki has loads of pineapples usually. So if you don't mind, go on down there, y'all. All right, now you want to get this can of pineapples and pour the juice right into a bowl. Keep the juice though. You want to use it in this dish. That's right. Look how easy and simple this seems. You don't have to cut your own pineapple open and use those fresh things. Get them right out the can. They're delicious too. Now,
I mean, hey, you know, they're fine, you know. I mean, it's not like the greatest thing, but whatever.
To a baking dish. Now you want to add sugar right into that because pineapple juice is just not sweet enough.
I mean, no shit.
Everyone's jumping around and having a good time at the end of this. Even though everyone says sugar doesn't make you jump around.
I mean, honestly, this doesn't look bad so far, but this looks like it's going to be ridiculously sweet.
And then you want to add flour. I know this looks different.
Flour?
I've used that to thicken up gravy sometime, but never did it to pineapple juice. This is different. Let's see how it turns out.
Cheese? Whoa. Because it don't go down easy if it ain't cheesy. I swear to God, she doesn't say that, I'm going to be sad.
You want to get some cheese. Oh! Pineapples. You know why? Because it ain't going to slide down
easy if it ain't cheesy, dude.
Oh, now you want to layer it and layer it to cover up everything you just did. That way when they look at it, they don't know what's going on underneath. You'll probably be able to get everyone to try it.
Oh God, no. Oh fuck, what is it? This honestly ended up looking fine until the cheese came in.
See how simple and easy this recipe is, but in your mind you're going, what?
Yeah, what? Yeah, no shit, what the fuck is it?
But don't worry.
What the fuck is going on now?
Okay, now get some crackers. Now you want to put crackers on top. So now you have sweet, cheesy, and savory and crispiness.
And salty, I guess.
One dish. Sounds like a big power punch to me, huh? Yeah, now put your oven up to 703,000 degrees. And cook it for 75 days. Or 3 hours. It don't matter, it's all gonna taste the same. I swear to goodness it will. Take it out. I mean,
why? And also, why are these Ritz crackers? And also, like, they're not even, like, totally covering the top.
Oh, see how that looks? See how it looks so different?
Different?
When you put it in, but a little more melty. Oh! Oh! Now, pour all that off into a cup and tell them it's pineapple juice. And a little vodka and tell them got a little treat. Oh, you see how soupy it looks?
What the fuck is this?
Supposed to look that way? Ow!
Oh God, poor grandpa over there about to get himself some slop, dude. Oh no. Why are they paying to him? That poor old man's like, I'm not a... Dude, I felt... Hold on. We got to, like, just analyze our man, right? We got to analyze our boy right over there, dude.
Oh, you see how soupy it looks? Is it supposed to look that way?
Dude, look at our boy over here. He's like, I got no fucking power dish. I just want to watch my goddamn movie. I'm not eating whatever the fuck you just send me. I am going to get myself some damn DoorDash. Tell you what, I'm too lazy to make my own fucking thing, and I ain't getting up from this fuck out. Tell you what. So DoorDash it is, you stupid fuck bitch. Why did you goddamn make that gross ass shit?
He don't want none. Don't give it to nobody that you love.
Yeah, you don't want none.
Hot, milky, weird looking. I mean, crispiness, all in one bite. For people that like stuff like that, the teeth might not be that good. Like my.
Oh my God, dude, what the fuck was that? It looked fine at first until everything else came into play. Oh my God. Lord have mercy, my stomach bubbling. Picture being the jury of one of those clown car cases. I mean, man, it kind of makes me wish I could just be, like, on jury one day. Do a jury duty, and I just get, like, a fucking crazy case like that. Dude, I would fucking sell, like, half of my organs, or at least all the organs I can at least get away with selling and still be alive. You know, and just to be on that jury, dude. I wouldn't give a fuck, bro. I mean, obviously, you know where I'm going to be, you know, leaning in on everything. I mean, you know, I'm still going to be true to myself on that one. But, like, I mean, you know, it's just like, dude, I still would totally do that, though, just to be on that jury. You get your doing is Harley versus Clackamas Sheriffs. Oh, my, dude, well, actually, no, they wouldn't allow that. See, if they found out I actually was friends with Harley, they would immediately take me off that case. It will put me in a different case or something else. That would never happen. Unless I just somehow, like, bluffed my way through the whole thing, and I was like, no, like, nah, I don't know this guy. Not at all. But the thing is, they're gonna figure that out. That wouldn't work. Cause it's like, do you know this person whatsoever? It's like, yes. Okay, never mind. Like, that's basically what's gonna happen right there. It's like, do you know this, Mr. Harley? It's like, yeah. Well, you're not gonna be on the jury. Right off the bat. I mean, it feels like somebody else, like, like Spaz, maybe? Like, I could see that, actually. Because I'm not, even though I'm, like, like, I know him, technically, I'm not on any relationships or terms to where I would be biased in that, to be fucking frank. Like, I mean, I would generally be impartial with that, because frankly, there's been times where I know Spaz has been a kind of a genuine guilty shitbag about things, and there's times where I feel like he's certainly been, like, kind of, more innocent in situations, but honestly, it's because he's just a mixed bag motherfucker, and genuinely, like, literally, a spaz. And even in my experience, like, he's a mixed bag. It's like, sometimes he's chill and he's pretty cool, and sometimes he's just a fucking dick. So it's just like, honestly, I don't really have any ill will towards him or anything like that, but it's just like, man, he's certainly he's certainly a pill to deal with. Spies walks out for opening statement. Someone immediately yells out guilty. If more courts work like that, court proceedings tend to be pretty fucking boring. Not this Trump one, though. That one's gonna be exciting. You get jury duty, and it's benefits from machine in Minecraft. Well, because I know you, even though it's on an online basis, that still wouldn't work. And plus, I'm out of state. Like, I couldn't be able to show up the jury duty for that. Like, it would essentially have to, like, be in the state of Oregon, or I would have to be in the state of Alabama and live there for at least enough time for them to have an address or something. Like, I mean, these things are a little more complicated than you think. I've never done them, but I've, talked to people that have gone through the process, and it's genuinely more complicated than you think. And also way more fucking boring. Like, honestly, especially for the jurors, like, there's a lot of just kind of sitting around doing nothing, for the most part, and then you kind of, like, debilitate, and, obviously you're out in the, jury stand and stuff, like, listening and all that. Like, there's, it's like a whole fucking, like, rigmarole fucking, process that, honestly, that, is just really fucking boring. A lot of the exciting stuff doesn't really happen as much as people think. I've gone out jury days saying you're racist against white folk. You might want to be careful. I'm not really for the statement, but, when it comes to trying to get out of jury duty, like, if you're doing it purposely and it's kind of obvious that you're doing it, they could technically charge you for that. I mean, usually they don't, but if you're, like, overtly trying to, like, avoid it purposely, including being a dumbass, with questions or something like that. I'm not saying that you were, but, it's like, if you're pretty much making it overtly, like, obvious that you're just trying to get out of jury duty, like, they could fuck you on that. I mean, there's still a qualification process, and the thing is, just because you happen to be in jury, sometimes, like, from what I've heard, if you get picked for it, half the times that, like, sometimes cases settle before, like, the actual trial starts, so you never really actually have to do any jury duty shit. I mean, you go for, like, some of the beginning process, but then, like I said, like, the fucking, the whole, like, the whole case ends up getting settled or something like that prior to it going to trial, and thus, hey, there you go, you served your jury duty. You don't have to do anything, basically, besides listen to a bunch of bullshit for a few hours and be bored out of your mind. And maybe get, like, some general knowledge about the case you're going to get into. I'm sure in the state they would love to charge out just something dumb. Well, the thing is, like, you could probably play the autism card for jury duty because that could potentially qualify you from getting out of jury duty. You could be like, hey, I'm autistic. I don't feel like I'd be able to, properly assess, the case, based off of, my neurodivergency. It's just like, like that as an answer, would probably be like, okay, fair enough. Disqualified, for jury duty. Have a nice day. And then you walk out, nothing happens. Like, honestly, you probably could use that as a meritable. Yeah, I probably could. I wouldn't personally, because I wouldn't mind trying it once and, like, stiffen it up, for some of the bullshit. An ACAP belt buckle. That way they can't accuse you of dressing informally. Yeah, that's true, because also there's dress codes a little bit. You can't just dress like some goth punk. You have to dress like, at least somewhat formal. Like, if I dressed the way I was, like, I'd probably have to clean the shirt up a little bit. It's a white shirt, so stains show pretty easily. But, like, if I cleaned the shirt up a little bit, had, like, a pretty nice, like, flannel overshirt, or something like that I could button up if I wanted. That I could probably get away with. The hat, maybe not. But, I'm not dressing super informally to where it would be a problem, really. It's not like you can't, not dress how you want, but there's at least a certain level of, like, decorum about it. It's just a whole stupid fucking judicial process thing. I feel like it could be a little bit more simplified or more streamlined a little bit. At least especially when it comes to, like, jury selection and stuff like that, and also the whole idea of, having a right to a quick and speedy trial. That, too. There's a lot of things, frankly, but, you can start small, start on the easy things. Wear a button shirt, slacks, fancy shoes, an ACAP belt buckle, cops aren't protected class. Yeah, and if they say, well, I'm wearing it, it's like, because this is my, style of belt, and it's my only belt. Like, why? Is there a problem with that? Because cops are not a protected class, when it comes to discrimination laws, so there's nothing wrong with what I'm wearing. Sure, you could grant it as a political statement, but hey, it's my only belt. What do you want? What, do you want my pants to be falling down down to my knees every single, fucking, 30 seconds and having to, pick them up and all this bullshit? So you only need to say, yeah. Like, I would even start questioning them, be like, do you think this is an issue in my belt? And it's my only belt. And you could grant it as a political statement, but if it's the only belt that I have and I don't want my pants, falling off, down to my ankles, then I have no choice but to wear the belt. Subsequently, that means that I am thus making a political statement, as a proxy, but that is not the intention of the belt. I will literally, in fact, I might just woo them over and be like, alright, no shit, okay, goddamn, just, it's like, okay, to kind of realize, like, oh fuck, I just got debate broed. Maybe this guy would be good for the jury. So Justice Scott, they vote guilty in a shocking twist. You're gonna pay $20 for a Judge Judy OnlyFans? No. Honestly, she's kind of a cunt. She's like a kind of a prudish elitist cunt, so no, I don't really like her. Her show's okay, but honestly, all of it's, like, fucking fabricated. There's a few things that, like, weren't, on that show, but deadass, like, most of that was generally, like, kind of, like, preset, when it came to a lot of the stories and stuff like that. They weren't even real cases, like, because how, like, her whole thing was, it wasn't, like, it would not qualify as actual legal proceedings. So, it was basically just people that might have a beef, but don't necessarily want to take it to court, but still want to make a spectacle out of it. So, they basically go to motherfuckers like Judge Judy. If you find an ACAP belt buckle, I guarantee you can. eBay, Etsy. Dude, anywhere around there, probably. I've seen a lot of ACAB shit on Etsy. There's a lot of, like, kind of lefty, you know, shops that have a lot of stuff like that. Goof. Goofball little dog just all hidden away in that laundry room. Is it gonna be like anywhere else that he's gonna like hang out at besides that fucking laundry room if I'm in here? I knew it, you already found one. And it was on Etsy, what do you know? There you go. Boom. Bada bam and bada boom. Oh, dude, this one looks fucking cool. There's only one left. But dude, it actually looks pretty cool. But it has a 1%er thing on there. Is that like... Is there something about that? Oh, this is another one on eBay. This one's pretty cool. I kind of like the other one better, but I mean, but to be fair, I don't know about the... Hold on, maybe if I like... One percenter, yeah, what the... Yeah, like, what's the details about it? Some outlaw motorcycle clubs can be distinguished by a 1% patch. Oh, so it's just a motorcycle thing. This, as referred to, come by the American Motorcycle Association, that 99% motorcyclists were law-abiding citizens, implying the last 1% were outlaws. Alleged AMA comment, we're supposed... Okay, alright, okay. Been screwed by many times on Etsy and eBay. Really? At least on Etsy I haven't. On eBay I have a couple times before, but on Etsy I've always got my shit. There's like only one time where a shop didn't like send something, and when I was like, hey, what's up? They're like, oh fuck, oops. And they like immensely apologized and sent it in like very rapid shipping, you know. So I did get it, but it's like, I mean, for eBay, there's been like a few times where I'll get like something that isn't like 100% like, you know, like good quality, so to speak. You know, even though it says like good quality, whatever, you know, like how it sells, you know, on eBay shit. But that's usually just because I'm trying to find like something that's a little bit more affordable. Even though it's basically like a fucking photocopy of some other item that's like $10 more expensive. But for the most part, I mean, I never really get screwed over about shit like that. I mean, I'd say eBay maybe a little more, but not really that much. I also really kind of get screwed in on, like, you know, wait times on, like, just waiting for shit to ship or, like, you know, to actually be sent. And I don't get, like, any tracking number or nothing or anything to really, like, know if I'm getting it or not. And then out of nowhere, like, a month or so later, I'll be like, oh, shit, my thing. I forgot I ordered this. In the case with some drawing and computer parts, and the case came with a drawing of computer parts. Okay, well, the thing is, that's genuinely like something that is illegal that you can easily fucking get challenged and like be like, hey, I want my money back. And eBay, at least eBay itself would immediately like be able to you know, compensate you with shit. Since 2010. Okay, well, if it's 2010, dude, like, eBay's changed since then. Like, a lot of its anti-scam policies, stuff like that, it's immensely more strict when it comes to shit like that. The jump dispute, eBay will definitely refund you for that. Oh, abso-fucking-lutely, yeah. I mean, it's probably too late now, but, you know, it's well over 10 years ago, but eBay said you could ever recover money. That's not true. You can. I mean, maybe back in 2010 they probably didn't, but I really highly doubt that. I mean, so like at the time, see, I doubt that. I'm sure they had a means to where you can, like get a money refundal. But like refundal, I don't even know if that's a word, but whatever, it is now. But like, at least now especially. I mean, yeah, there's certainly easily a way to do it. Same thing for Etsy. I mean, it's like, and like I said, I mean, at least message when I had the one time where like one shop forgot to send something, and I messaged them directly. I was like, hey, here's my order number. Did you forget to send it or something? They're like, oh fuck, my bad. Our apologies. We did forget to send it. We'll have it, first class rapid shipping. It should be there within a couple days. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And hey, and it did. So, like they kept their word. As soon as I hit them up and reminded them, I wasn't being like a dick about it or anything. I was just like, hey, did you forget? Or what's up with it? Just want to know. And they were honest and apologized and got it pretty quick. So, I mean, at least for my experience, I mean, there's never really any big issues. I think there's only been like one time where I might have had to refund something from eBay, but that was just because like the shop just simply never sent the item after a while, and I was like, all right, well, I just want a refund and just forget about it. That fell fast game. He wants to spot a car drawn of an engine instead of an engine. Okay, see, like, this is probably back when scams were generally probably a problem, just online and on the internet, more so than, like, just eBay. Because there was a lot of these type of little, like, scams, and frankly, I mean, you can still find them here and there. Like, it's not like they're non-existent. But, I mean, it's just, like, they still happen, and, like, I mean, it's just one of those things where you definitely have to, like, kind of watch out for, and shit, overall. But nowadays, a lot of these, like, at least major market, like, websites like eBay or Etsy, like, they have things or systems in place to either at least try to prevent it before it happens, or at least, have a way to be recompensated, if, you get scammed out of that. Let's send a package right away. Hey, thanks. It says someone to cook you a dinner for a month. A dinner will landscape yard. I mean, sure, I guess that sounds good. And it will suck your dick. I don't think you need to go that far. Yes, we do. We have failed you. We have failed you. And we will make sure that we correct this mistake. Please love us. Chick-fil-A nutshell. Yeah, pretty much. Play some tunes. Play my tunes. You want to hear bad news or worse news? Wow, there's not even good news? Oof. Both. Just lay it on me, just give me just double whammy that bitch. I just realized Mom's kind of a bitch to support staff. We were eating at a Huddle House and I was gonna give a lady a $5 tip. But Mom said to give her $1, she hasn't earned the full $5. The fuck? Yeah, she had. Dude, I guarantee you that service worker absolutely fucking deserved that. Like, dude, what? $1? Why? Why $1? Oh, give it $1. Insult them and make them feel bad about their life, for a good few hours. They can be reminded that they got a $1 tip. It's like literally some TJ shit, dude. Like, TJ Kirk has said, like, yeah, if someone's done shitty, I give him, like, basically equivalent of, like, a penny or $1 or something. I'm just like, bruh, you might as well not even tip them. Like, that's just some dick shit. Because the implication is basically saying it's like you weren't worthy of an actual tip. I mean, that's... I mean, it's just more or less indictment of our tipping culture in this country being shit. Lady only refill a drink once, despite being only once in store. I mean, did y'all, like, want, like, you know, your drinks, like, more so than, like, you know, like that adamantly, or is it just like, you know, I mean, I don't know, it's whatever. And food took an hour. I mean, I will, like, look, I mean, because I've worked in, like, some of the food industry a little bit, and I kind of understand how some of this works. The chances are, at least when it comes to the food portion of that, that could be because of understaffing. Like, especially when it comes to cooks. Like, that's probably why, you know, it took a while, frankly, and that doesn't necessarily excuse, like, a, you know, full fucking hour if you're the only ones in the store. But, I mean, honestly, that could genuinely be, like, you know, one of, you know, probably the variables to that. Spent 20 minutes trying to wave her down. I mean, I will admit, it's probably just because she's, like, on her second job and probably don't give a shit. I mean, yeah, it's like, doesn't necessarily totally excuse behavior, but it doesn't necessarily mean, fuck her, she don't deserve no tip or whatever. It's like, I mean, I don't know, it's like, it's just one of those, like, you know, situations where it's like, considering, like, how, you know, fucked it is when it comes to, like, you know, trying to, like, you know, making ends meet. Like, I'm not, you know, in a way, I'm not necessarily, you know, like, you know, an indictment on the individual on that one. They're just trying to get through their fucking life, you know, just as much as anyone else is. I'm not saying if it was bad, but it was a hell of a house. The cook was probably on drugs. It cooked like a champ. Well, yeah, I mean, it probably was just like, you know, understaffed, probably had a call out or two. You have like one cook there, and because of that, like, you know, the dude's probably like, you know, fuck it, I'm just gonna, you know, dope up here. Fuck it, I don't give a shit, man. You know, I'm just gonna make this shit and just do my thing and just close up and just do my shit and whatever. Like, you know, just kind of keep his head down or whatever. Fuck, I guarantee it's probably what he was doing. And he was like, yep. Just gonna keep it quick. Make sure his food's banging. Make sure I get my pay and I'm out skis. That's probably what his, like, whole vibe was. I mean, same thing for the chick, but she's probably just like, alright, as long as, you know, as soon as I hear that little kitchen ding bell thing, you know, for people to get their food, whatever. The cook came out a few times to legit look cooked out, because he probably was. Or meffed up. Again, probably because he was. I mean, honestly, drug usage, especially cooking and culinary, that is, like, they kind of intertwine a lot. I mean, shit, like, even some of the more famous, like, culinary art, like, arts type of chefs and cooks, you know, will even mention it. It's like, it's, you know, pretty, it's not like the, like, super common, like, you know, like, literally every single fucking person behind the counter, you know, in the kitchen is doing it, but, like, especially, you know, especially when it comes to, like, a lot of more busier, more, like, you know, well-reviewed type places, I mean, really legitimately more often than not, there probably is going to be some of that going on. I mean, and also, there's always at least probably an off chance that there's going to be, like, you know, any kitchen you really go to, period, that there you're going to have at least somebody, or even a couple people, or all of them, you know, being that way. Let's make a good, bad, right, or wrong. I mean, hey, does the food taste good? If food tastes good, then I think you answered the question. Talk about enough said. Matter of fact, if you go to work not high, you'll be written up. Sounds like my type of workplace. You have to be like high as fuck, you know, to work here, man. You gotta like smoke like a fucking like full gram before you even clock in for the shift, bruh. I'm sorry, Charles, but you didn't meet the bi-weekly THC quota. That's what you get. Oh, this is a little louder than the other one. Quick, you know, britches. Check if we shot him. What? Why? I don't need to do that. 81% goddamn humidity where I am, and I don't got AC. What's the vibe here? What do we got? What do we got for our situation? Let's see. It's 87. What's the humidity? Does it say? %. That's actually way lower than I thought. Even if the humidity is the same as today. I mean, honestly, like, I feel you with that, because, like, that's how it feels here. I mean, honestly, this whole, like, 38% fucking humidity slash, like, you know, 87 degrees, that's not how it feels. But, you know, I guess it does or something. Even to me, yeah. And I think the reason why, like, heat feels worse at night, at least in my mind, is just because, like, it's just like, I don't know, like, I think, you know, a lot of it's just because, like, a lot of the heat that is beamed down throughout the day is just absorbed into everything. Like, especially in the ground. So now you have, like, ground, you know, like, the ground itself and, like, buildings, roads, stuff like that, that straight up irradiate, you know, a lot of heat because they absorbed all this fucking heat throughout the day. I mean, honestly, that's why. It diffused through the roof and walls. Yeah. These dehumidifiers are going away to find Dodo tomorrow. I'm done with this shit. I want to see struggles from us tonight. Oh my god. Ugh, I'm fucking done with it, dude. Looked up, it says 72 hours max, so I should be fine anyway. The problem will be here tomorrow because Septush asked us to not have internet. Oh wait, you have to spend the night over there? That's even worse. Ugh. Whoa! Fucking hell! Jesus Christ, how in the fuck does it do that? Hey, can we not, like, you know, have my volume button so fucking sticky? You know, why? It's not even sticky. How would it even do that? Piece of shit. Hey, folks, quit slipping around, asshole. Fuck, that was just like a cavalcade of chaos and insanity that just happened. Did a wizard just put, like, some chaos wizard just put a spell on me? Jesus Christ. Fucking motherfuck. Damn. I just want to do too my one trip. And I'm money for help. Ugh. And yeah, of course. How does he not have internet? Wait, how is he gonna get scammed by those, like, Irish and Anglo, like, British fucking weird Nigerian hookers or whatever the fuck? Whatever the fuck he's, like, talking to with these weird catfish. Apparently gonna inherit millions. Sounds getting a little too personal. Yeah, it really is getting too personal here. Why is SpongeBob smiling? He's literally the embodiment of, like, this is fine. Even though it ain't. Some gems on freak out. Has Reddit got some fun stuff for us? Honestly, I still can't get over that Nazi getting beat by a furry with a microphone, dude. I still remember that from the other night, dude. That was just too fucking funny. Oh my god. Yeah, let's see. Huh? Yeah, what is this one? Country age refuses to call fire department for people stranded in an elevator for 90 minutes? Wait, if you're stranded in an elevator, you would think that, like, you know, somebody would, like, you know, send some help. Dude, they're all just, like, literally just sitting down in the elevator, just like, well, I guess we're all friends now. What's up, guys? This is our life now. Until further notice. We're in our little elevator tomb. Dude, what the fuck? Dude, honestly, this isn't really like a fear of mine, but this it really does just seem like the worst fucking, you know, thing to really have to deal with. Being stuck in an elevator. It's like, because I honestly feel like I would probably just be half tempted to try to, like, you know, like, open up the, like, ceiling hatch and just, like, you know, find my way out and be like, alright, where's one of these fucking doors I could pry open and just, like, climb through? Granted, probably not something I should do, but, you know, I don't give a fuck. Like, I wouldn't want to stay in here forever. Oh, okay.
The procedure is for the security on site to do that, but I've let them know about how you're feeling. I've also let them know about the ETA, and they did tell me that there is no ETA at the moment. I can't give you something I do not have.
Yeah, but call the fire department. It's an emergency.
Yes, of course, but as well, the fire department will also wait on the technicians as well. And even if they are on site, I've already let the security...
What? Like, you know, even the fire department will have to, like, not show up, you know, to help you because, like, they have to wait for, like, the technician, like, you know, our IT nerd to, like, come in and, like, fix things and see if that works, and if not, then maybe we could see if we could do this, and then if not, then... Like, I mean, what the fuck? What type of weird, cockamamie, weird, like, procedural bullshit is this? Like, what weird, like, corporate procedural garbage bullshit is going on here? Like, what the fuck? Like... They probably didn't have to wait here for this long, but because of, like, whatever dumbass procedure that these people were, like, ingrained in their fucking heads to be like, dude, this procedure. You know, like, when it comes to their training, whatever the hell, now everyone gets to suffer for it.
For the ambulance and the fire department, but...
You're not calling it because it costs $10,000 to get fire department here. It's a way to save money on our suffering, so thank you.
But I also need to keep the lines clear. Unless there's an emergency in the elevator...
I'm pretty sure the fact that they're stuck in it is the emergency, ya bitch.
We have a woman that's about to pass out. What's not emergency?
Well, I guess maybe there actually is. Sounds like he just said someone's about to pass out in there. That would probably be an emergency. Probably need some water or something, you know? What the fuck? Man, like, seriously, man, what an incompetent fuck. You just be like, you know, there's like a... I mean, my lord, dude. Like, my lord. How in the fuck... Dude, you get stuck in there for 90 minutes and they're like, yeah, we can't really, like, help you, we have to get, like, some people there, and we don't really have an ETA. It's like, it's an elevator that is stuck. I'm highly, like, confident that it's a pretty easy, quick thing to solve, but... Even if it does take a minute, at least to be like, hey, communicate and be like, hey, it's, you know, being addressed, you know, we're, you know, dealing with it concurrently. Not like this, yeah, we're trying to kind of... It's like, oh my god. what a fruit. My lord. The Florida Walmart experience. Alright, I decided to click the freak out itself, and this is the first thing that decided to pop up. I see loaves of bread, or I think donuts, some pastries that are, well, they're on the floor, so we're already off to a great start. Is there no audio? Is he just straight eating some of these, like, donuts or something? Like, what? Yeah, he is. I'm pretty sure this guy looks like he's meffed up. A Florida Walmart experience, definitely a meffed up guy that probably is, you know, snacking on some donuts and stuff after he fucked his alligator, you know, in the marshlands or something. And now, you know, yeah, he's looking for a snack. He's looking for some donuts. Dude's, my boy definitely tweaking. That is certain. He's rolling hard. Yeah, dude, he is, he's certainly on some Florida meth. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no, now he has a shopping cart. Uh-oh. Oh, no. He's leaving a mess everywhere he goes. He's just, like, sampling everything. I will admit, like, I do kind of hate people that do kind of, like, open up a thing, and it's like, alright, here you go. Or, like, while they're eating it, or they drink something, and they're like, alright, here you go, and it's, like, empty. It's like, I mean, I get it, you're already, like, purchasing it, but, I mean, like, really, you can't wait just, like, a little bit? He's like, alright, what to snack on here? Alright, let's see. I'm just gonna snack on some of that. Meth munchies. Like 120-pound locusts? What the fuck? Meth munchies? Jesus, meth munchies. That's a new form of munchies I haven't heard coined before. But you know what? Fair enough. Lady pours soda on a kid? What the okay, you were right. There are some gems. What the fuck is this about? What, bitch? Like, oh my god, look at her. And judging by the video, like, CCTV footage, she did this to a black kid. I'm just gonna immediately assume that. Right? Got crazy white, Karen, suburbanite wino bitch. So, you know, we already got that for sure. And we got a black kid on the CCTV cam right there. Yeah, I think I kind of assumed what happened here. Some racism happened and ensued, and thus, you know, a black kid got soda poured on him. Which, I mean, I guess, honestly, that's at least, you know, better than getting beaten or attacked or anything else. Well, I guess he still was attacked, but, I mean, at least it was soda. I mean, at least it wasn't anything else. I mean, thank fuck, but still.
Assault a child at the pool. She has been arrested, and police say the boy wasn't the only victim. Good evening, I'm Chad.
Wait, there's more? But wait, there's more. Billy Mays here with your crazy racist bitch throwing soda on kids.
And I'm Julie Luck. The manager reportedly asked the kids who did not live at the apartment complex to leave. Video of the tense moments, including a... Hey, manager lady, you do realize that, like, people visit friends? Like, kids visit their friends who happen to live in apartments and sometimes go swimming in said apartments because they're hanging out with their friend who lives at those apartments. Have you ever thought that happens? So sometimes people that don't necessarily live in apartments might be there as well? Wow. I never knew that could be a thing. Report on the 11-year-old sparked outrage online. WFMY News 2's Giselle
what
Thomas.
What a bitch, dude. What a cunt.
62-year-old Kimberly Jennings was charged with 2 counts of simple assault on a child under 12.
Simple assault? Like, what's the difference between simple assault and, like, a complicated assault? Like, wait, what, is there a difference here? I didn't realize there was different tiers of assault.
At Sedgefield Garden Apartments say they managed the apartment, she managed the apartment for about 3 years. Now the family...
Dude, she's fucking athletic, like, holy shit. Like, damn, she's not your typical news anchor. Holy shit, she's fucking got, like, you know, some goddamn, like fucking track and field, like, fit going on there. Like, well, hello.
Nearby, but not at the complex, and say they would regularly visit the privately owned pool.
She untwists the Coke bottle and starts splashing it on me. Then she hits me twice, like here and here.
That's how 11-year-old Jace Leary describes what happened with an apartment complex manager Wednesday. He says Kimberly Jennings was trying to get him and his 8-year-old sister to leave the Sedgefield Garden Apartments pool. The pool has
always been mean. Oh shit! Dude, I love that. Dude, I love kids because of how brutally honest they are. She just smiles. She's like, she's so mean. She's just a meanie head. Like, dude. Oh my god, that just means that she's obviously, like, you know, said some shit at them before already. Like, that just implies that she's already been a problem with these kids. Or she assumes that these kids are a problem, obviously, even though they're just kids. I guarantee you this is probably because they hang out with a friend, yeah, happens to be at that apartments, and, maybe at one point they moved or something like that, and people just, were used to them being there, so they're okay with it. Like, maybe they live just literally right around the corner, and, instead of, like, going, like, a mile down the road or some shit, on the other side of town to go to the community pool center or something like that, they just go around the corner where there's one right there. I mean, like, whatever the fucking reason is, who gives a shit, frankly? I mean, it's like, let them have their fun. Who cares? Evidently, they're not harming nobody.
That say no trespassing, and for adults to accompany their children, but the siblings say this is not the first time they have visited the pool.
Sometimes she would just come and tell us to get out. We wait, we come back. Until last Wednesday.
Before the video started rolling, Leary says the manager pulled his sister's hair and hit her. The 11-year-old boy says at that point he threw a bottle at Jennings. What was captured in the video is Jennings throwing a soda and then reportedly hitting the boy in the chest and face. It's gone viral and sparked outrage in the Greensboro community where nearby neighbors protested.
I love the chant. You about to lose your job. Dude, I hope she does. I mean, she probably did, honestly. I mean, oh my god. What in the Robert E. Lee did I come back here to? Well, I mean, hey, congrats on the AC returning. But a racist fucking Robert E. Lee wannabe bitch, that manages an apartment, so a landlord, so go figure, who, also has a pool at the apartment, is making these black kids try to be like, get out, like, and has a problem with them basically existing, and decide to assault his, brother's younger sister, and then, he decided to throw a bottle at her, and then she poured a bunch of soda all over him, and then smacked him a few times. So, very moral, upstanding white person, as white people tend to be.
Again, Jennings was charged with 2 counts of simple assault on a child under 12. She bonded out of jail. Now
what the fuck is simple assault? Like, why is that specifically a term? Can't it just be, like, full-on just, like, child abuse / child assault? Like, none of this... It's simple. There ain't nothing simple. I guess the fact that it's simply obvious that that's what it is. I mean, but, like, there ain't really nothing simple about it. I mean, my lord. I mean, that's a little annoying, but whatever.
The Sedgeridge Garden Apartments and also tried to get a statement from its owners, but have not yet heard back.
And look at her, dude. Fucking racist ass, fucking, like, weird. Probably a wino, too. Like, all these weird, like, white suburbanite Karen racist fucking weirdos, always tend to be winos. Like, I guarantee you she probably got, those box wines. I guarantee you she's got at least, like, 2 of them. One of them's, like, halfway empty. And she had, like, that one box, like, halfway empty throughout that one day alone. She goes through a box a day. What would you find? As opposed to complex assaults? Well, I took a bit of math, and to work out the physics of slapping him in the face. A lot of math for that one. Anyway, this won't open in multi-window, but I can at least maybe see what the fuck it is. Ooh, a red leaf. A fancy, nice leaf. Autumn could be early. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What other fun things going on here? Wait, what? Too fast for a slow lane, but too slow for a fast lane? Is this road rage stuff? Oh, wait. Is that a person on a shopping cart? Oh my god, dude, they are hustling. What the fuck? Dude, I'm pretty sure that's not an automobile, but, okay. She still has to pay $100 a month for liability cart insurance. But she cares enough to hustle. Instacart really hustles. It's the worst when there's someone trying to cross and they're being painfully slow. This person clearly cares about the flow of traffic and is hustling. I vote not guilty. True. Oh my god, dude. Well, that's, I suppose, even Earth wants summer to be over. I know, dude. Summer needs to be done with. Cop gets hit with a water bottle to protest. Well, I'm always down to see that. Boop! Oh my god, that's not a water bottle, that's a water jug. Damn. Boom! Boom! Dude, that's not a water bottle, that's a full-on jug, boy. That's a water jug. Boom! Yeah, took it like a champ. He's like, alright, I'm gonna keep chewing my gum, or maybe my broken tooth. I don't know what's which now. Damn. That weren't, I mean, honestly, that weren't no goddamn fucking, like, water bottle. That was a jug. Like, goddamn, dude. Yeah. This is NSFW. It says Buttman or the Moon Man. I feel like I probably can't watch this, but I'll at least. Well, I probably can, but maybe just not like on screen. Oh! I just saw. Oh god. You know, it's a bunch of big boys fighting, and one of them has their pants that fell down. Oh no, I just noticed it. Oh god. Oh, okay. Well, I see what that meant. Oh god. Oh, sweet Mother Marie. Whoa. Yeah, I'm glad that wasn't on screen. Oh, whoa. Okay, fuck. Okay, well, my eyes feel fucking traumatized and violated. It took me a second to be like, what's going on? And I just was like, wait, so what's going on? And I went, ow! It didn't hit me. Hit me like the eclipse. It's like, oh shit. Oh fuck. Well, that. Oh god. Why did I think that was a good idea to watch? Oh no. Bunch of big boys fighting each other for some reason. They're fucking. Oh, why was he also going full commando? Why? Oh my, dude, that's No. Oh no, I was not ready for that one. I really honestly wasn't prepared for that one. Oh god. Oh fuck. Podcast video shows confrontation between U.S. Representative Ronnie Jackson and law enforcement. Wait, what the hell happened? Ryan's back on the bottle, I see. Wait, oh shit. Is there something about this guy that I don't know about? Because I have no idea who this is. It's a YouTube video though, so it's going to put me right up to the tube. Vile piece of excrement. I always knew that there were clownish people in the House of Reps, but this really feels like sticking over the jaw. Wait, okay, alright, who is this guy? I need a little brush up on who this Ronnie Jackson guy is. I have no idea who this is, but I want to see this body cam footage, so please, give me the shit. Come on, Reddit. Really? It's not wanting me to get. It's not wanting to get the sauce. It's not giving me the sauce. Oh. Okay, now it got me the sauce. Wait, it's an excerpt? Wait, this is only like a snippet? Bitch, I want the full fucking thing. I don't want no goddamn snippet. Okay. Research time. Oh my god, he has his own YouTube channel. Oh no. Briefly detained while helping teenager with medical emergency. Wait, what? What the? This, wait, huh? Is there some more about this dude I'm not aware about? It doesn't show, like, the full footage. It only just shows that, okay, I guess that's the only snippet we get. God damn it. I was hoping we could find more, but I guess that's all we got. Excerpt of DPS body cam footage shows U.S. Rep Ronnie Jackson of Amarillo, who is wearing red and in handcuffs on July. Okay. Is there no audio to it? Oh, whoa, there it is.
No, I asked you to get back. No, you did not. You came in, you flew in, and you were a fucking full-on dick. I did ask you to get back.
You're a fucking full-on dick!
You better reach out to that motherfucker. Multiple people asked you to get back. No, nobody asked me to get back with you. No, she did. Everybody here asked you to get back.
See who's screaming something off in the background? Was that it? I mean, was that honestly it? Because that was not really like meh. I mean, it seems like he's a piece of shit, but I mean, like, I was hoping for a little more than that. He just seemed disgruntled about life, like he probably should be, because he's an idiot, most likely. Here. Oh, here's a gem. Man thinks he's meeting a teen girl, then he gets pepper sprayed. Frankly, that's honestly, like, that's kind of a gift, considering. Oh my god, look at him. Ugh. Oh fuck, dude. Ew. Yeah, honestly, all in all, this motherfucker certainly just, like, I mean, the minimal was deserved to be pepper sprayed, but, you know, I could think of a few other things.
Well, in this neighborhood gonna think, this man's here to meet a 13-year-old girl.
Right.
You heard me a 13-year-old girl?
Yeah.
Why are you hearing me a 13-year-old girl?
Would you like to tell him? I've told you guys 3 times.
I'm asking you, how old are you?
I'm 20.
Why are you hearing me a 13-year-old girl?
That's weird, right?
She was 16.
No, he didn't.
So you know that she was 16, baby.
Hey, don't hit him.
Dude, yeah, fuck on him, girl. Do it. Nah, let this take its course. Let it take its course, dude.
Bitch.
Oh,
Fuck out of here, bitch.
Oh.
That's right. Get fucked on. Yeah. Get fucked on, you pedophilic fucking scumbag. Oh my god, dude, I wish he did that like a few seconds sooner, because he would have been ran. Oh my god, that would have been great. If he was running and just got plonk, and they just like flung 10 feet, oh my god. Oh, dude, that would have been perfect. Oh shit. Oh, he almost did by the red truck. Fuck, man. Oh, what? Oh, that would have been good.
Hey, we gotta go.
Dude, she's about to fucking, like, whoop his ass, dude. Fucking go get him. Dude, she went in, dude, she woke up and chose violence today. No chase on the past train needed. Have a seat right over there. Yeah, just have a seat. I like it, never even deny it. It's like, oh, I thought it was 16-year-old. Like, that made it even fucking better. Oh, yeah, that's supposed to make it better. Oh, I'm 20, I'm trying to make it 16-year-old. It's like, no, yeah, like, that's supposed to make it any better there, you fucking freak. Dude, I kind of hope she had a blade on her. I'm not even gonna lie, I hope something bad real happened to him. Hope she caught up real good. She looked like she was, too. Oh, but I guess he can't be a pedophile, though, because he's white, and, you know, he's also not drag, and he's not trans. So I guess it can't be that at all. Because, you know, that's what, you know, that's what your Fox News tells me. That's what my watch says. And that's what, you know, all these conservative, you know, talking heads say to me sometimes. Looters raiding a Walmart in Tampa, Florida. Well, it says this is a repost apparently, but I haven't seen it. And it's a Walmart, like I'm supposed to give a shit. Oh shit! Oh damn! Dude, like a fucking legion just swarms in. Oh my god! Damn! It's not just a legion, it's like the whole fucking armada, dude. Holy shit! It's never ending! How that even, like, I'm guessing the store's closed? Yeah, it looks like it. So they just somehow, like, I guess they found a way to, like, get through the doors and... Or probably just bashed their way through, I have no idea. And just, just stormed right the fuck in. Oh, poor Walton family with their billions of dollars. Oh no, how will they ever recover? Like, yeah, I really don't really care about shit like this, frankly. I mean, when people are, like, you know, in situations where they're genuinely desperate, you know, like, I mean, it's kind of some of the results you kind of expect. I mean, you know, because chances are people are likely going to use some of that, you know, to, you know, resell that to pay for rent or groceries and stuff like that. Probably funny enough to the same Walmart. They'll probably go back to the Walmart a couple days later after it got restocked and everything and just go buy some groceries there after they sold off all the shit. I mean, you know, like, I saw a video too about, like, Nordstrom getting raided too, or something like that, and it's becoming more of a common thing about this more, like, specifically organized looting type of thing. And, I mean, on one hand, I get it. Like, it can be very chaotic and actually dangerous in a sense and all sort of shit, but, like, on one hand, it's like, considering the economic conditions and how people are, like, barely able to afford rent and all, you know, and anything else besides, I mean, a part of me, you know, says, like, what do you expect? Like, you know, there are going to be, you know, people who are in poverty who are going to feel desperate enough to partake, you know, in some extent, you know, in, like, you know, shoplifting to even a level like that. I mean, it's not exactly, you know, a wonder why for me, really. It's kind of genuinely a symptom of the fucking, you know, paradigm that we're in right now. Doesn't have to be, but, you know, I don't think, you know, a lot of libs, you know, really, at least, you know, the Anna-Kasparian types, you know, necessarily want to, like, actually look at the real results, how to fix that. You just want to demonize them, but you're like, nah, y'all just fucking, you know, leeches, you just like, you know, optics, though. They all want to bitch about that instead of looking at the real root of the problem. I mean, especially these days, like, optics give a fuck anymore. like optics mean a fuck at this point. Like, you know, to most people, like, you know, unless you're like, you know, full Trump cultist type of shit, optics don't really mean that much at this point. Like, they mean enough in the sense of just like, you know, are you basically doing full-on like violence advocation or not? Like, I mean, at this point, like, you know, people are pretty much either set in, you know, the positions that they're in, or, you know, at least understand that, you know, something more radical has to happen. Whether they, you know, it's their idea of what needs to be radical, I mean, you know, that's neither here nor there, but nonetheless, you know, people feel like something more significant needs to fucking happen, and gets people more, you know, at least at this point, more open to the, you know, the whole idea of, you know, more, you know, well, far lefty, or even in this case, far right, you know, views and ideologies. I mean, it's like, it kind of goes to the whole thing that, like, you know, with the FDR quote, it's like, you know, one of the ways, you know, to, you know, protect a flourishing democracy is, you know, for that democracy to provide results for the people. Because, I mean, one way fascism flourish one way that fascism flourishes is if that democracy does not, you know, provide, you know, beneficial results for the people. I mean, it also kind of ties into the whole Kennedy quote about, like, if you make a peaceful revolution impossible, you make a violent one inevitable. And sometimes that violent revolution might not be good. I mean, he probably wasn't necessarily meaning, you know, like, you know, the civil rights movement necessarily. I mean, well, at the time he probably was, but I mean, you could extrapolate it into, you know, potential, like, you know, fascistic revolution that, you know, these weird Trump cultists are trying to do. Which wouldn't be good, because I'd argue that, like, you know, progressives are trying to do more so of a peaceful style revolution, which I'd argue is obviously way better. But I mean, considering our current paradigm, like, no voice is, like, given any merit unless you have, like, a fucking, you know, couple $1 million in your pocket. So you could lobby a politician to fucking listen to you. Oh, you know what? I know what Dusty Smith was doing one of his streams. I was kind of checking out some of it earlier. I know he was kind of talking about some, like, you know, crazy ass little Karens and a few other little things. Maybe I can see if I can. Here we go. Oh, what? Wait, what? Oh, he's mentioning there's apparently a conspiracy about the Maui fire? Wait, I actually want to hear about that. Where is he talking about that? What the fuck? Wait, is there actually a conspiracy about the fires in Maui? I mean, honestly, on one hand, I can't really be that shocked, but I mean, like, bruh, like, how's that, what? Like, how's that even happen? Trying to see if I can find it. See where it is. Is it in here? Oh my god, YouTube, you are not favorable when it comes to trying to find, like, a very specific time set that I'm trying to skim around with. Oh my god, it does not make it any easier. Oh, wait. This is it? I think I might have found it. Oh, fuck, I did. Okay. Miami against fascists and far-right. Ron DeSantis operatives. Chris Nelson now has jumped to conspiracy bandwagon that directed energy weapons caused them out. Oh my god! Dude, the Jewish space lasers are back, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. The Jewish space lasers are back. Oh my god. Now they're just downplaying it as, what? Like, directed energy weapons. Which, what the fuck does that... What does that even mean? I mean, oh my... my lord.
Yeah, drop it, Disney. Just let it go. But no, you picked a fed by the deep state. The Illuminati, the globalists did it. I guess the Jewish space lasers are back.
They are, baby. Let's fucking go. Jewish space lasers 2.0, dude. Let's go.
They can't take responsibility for anything. They can't say it's global warming. They can't admit that the policies conservatives push forward do nothing but help accelerate global warming. They don't do anything to address it. So they have to pretend the problem doesn't even fucking exist. So there has to be some kind of shadowy conspiracy behind it. Here he is. Was Hawaii targeted by direct energy weapons? No, you fucking moonbat. It goddamn wasn't.
Moonbat? Dude, like, how in the fuck, like... I mean, this basically is just like Jewish space lasers to Electric Boogaloo. Like, oh, it can't be the fact that, like, you know, climate change is slowly but surely making it, like, you know, very hard and, you know, to, like, you know, survive, you know, on the planet as it is concurrently with, like, you know, rising temperatures and, you know, drier and harder conditions. Also, on top of that, you got, like, these fucking, you know, crazy ass, like, you know, wildfires that could just spring up out of nowhere in such intensity that it, like, probably it has deaths in the fucking hundreds, maybe thousands or something, honestly. Like, there's, like, you know, about over, like, 1,500 something people, like 1,500 people so far as I understand, or give or take, that are just missing. Like, no one knows if they're, like, you know, okay, or part of the dead, or what. Like, I mean, no one really knows. Like, I mean, there's just a bunch of people missing. So, I mean, that could be a curveball, whether, you know, that's, like, added to the death toll or not. I mean, it's just like, but... yeah, it's just like, you know, it can't be any of these other factors, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, like, human interference or, like, you know, like, these other environmental variables. It has to be, like, you know, some sort of deeper cabal, like, you know, space lasers. Or, like, you know, weather geoengineering or whatever weird fucking cockamamie garbage that they have to fucking spew this time.
Rock conservatives. He wasn't the only one jumping on this conspiracy theory.
So this is actually a growing trend. It wasn't a one-off?
Videos Chuds put out to push their conspiracy theory.
So Maui gets hit with a natural disaster, but there's nothing natural about this. Check this out. Yeah. First of all, they're saying that the Maui fires has caused 93 deaths, but there's local residents saying
there's 96 and rising.
It's way worse.
Okay.
Also, a lot.
Which it probably is.
A lot of rich and powerful people own thousands of acres of Maui.
Yeah, it's Hawaii, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it's Hawaii, and also there's a lot of rich plantation owners and, like, corporate interests that own a lot of agricultural farming land and stuff like that. And yeah, well, duh.
Oprah's house.
Including Oprah. This is her estate. She owns 2,000 acres in Maui. But hold that thought. Now with all those people I mentioned, wouldn't they want to be a part of something big like this?
Nope, I doubt Oprah Winfrey.
Oh wait, what? What is this? The Digital Government Summit brings together technology-focused public sector professionals, civilian interesting parts, or something. What's this have to do with anything? Oh my god, these fucking weird conspiracy theorists, dude.
About what you're talking about, but continue.
This is a digital government summit held next month in Hawaii.
Okay.
This summit presents smart cities ran on clean energy and ran by AI.
So if it's being held there next month and they want to be a part of it, why would they burn the goddamn city down, which ensures it's not going to happen?
I mean, yeah, why would that even be? Yeah, why? That's just insane. What does this have to do with the fucking price of rice in China there, my brother? Like, this is insane, dude. This, like, I mean, why would they do that? Like, oh, because, like, you know, this could be, like, you know, some sort of, like, truth that can't get out there or something. Like, I mean, what the fuck?
How would you get clean, renewable energy?
I don't know. If only there was, like, a ball in the sky of burning gases that gave off...
I'm just saying, I'm not going to wrestle with that photos, but... It helps efficiency if you spray down the AC when it's running. Here's the wire will.
Oh, okay.
You know, with the wire, it'll take the heat away real fast.
Oh, okay.
So the air comes out colder.
That we could collect or something. I don't know, but I guess you're gonna say volcanoes or something. Yeah, that tracks.
What is Maui known for?
beaches.
Yeah, beaches, tropical environments, lush like jungles and stuff, and yeah, volcanoes, and you know, a lot of geothermic activity and stuff like that. And then okay, what's this point here, conspiracy weirdo?
Ace.
No way there was melted cars and trees still standing. This had to be due to direct energy weapon.
Are you fucking kidding me? Have you not seen a car get burnt? Like, have you not seen a tree get burnt to the ground? Like, not every tree, you know, just gets knocked over and it's just ash. Sometimes they stand, and sometimes trees still stand. And, you know, and cars are left as a husk, like all those cars were when they're burnt up. Like, are you fucking kidding? Dude, oh my god, this is what happens when you have no education. Oh my god, this is what happens when education has failed. Our education system has failed. Oh my god. Why are people so stupid? Why are people so dumb? Oh my god.
Right, they laser beamed off.
Wait, what the fuck is Mountain Dew tied into this? Maui Burst Mountain Dew. What the okay, that sounds pretty good. But what the fuck does this have to do with anything? He's gonna tie Mountain Dew into this? Dude, Plan Mountain Dew had nothing to do with this. Plan Mountain Dew did not invade Hawaii, okay? They are their brothers, obviously, because of the Maui Burst, which sounds fucking fire. I actually want to try some of that. That sounds fucking good.
Okay, we didn't see it. We don't have any evidence. Nobody got footage of it. But believe me, that's how they melted the cars. They sent drones with lasers over, and they just shot the lasers in the car long enough till they melted down. This is real life, folks.
And if you don't think this was planned, check this out. Maui Burst. DEW.
DEW, Direct Energy Weapon. Oh my fucking god! No! No! Dude, okay, this guy has to be trolling. There's no way. No. There's no fucking way. There's no way. This guy has to be trolling. Dude, like, honestly, oh my god, you know what, I can't say that it is, because, dude, there are people that actually do probably believe this. I mean, there was that fucking crazy, weird bitch that thought Monster Energy drink was, like, the second coming of Antichrist, and the second coming of the demons and shit, and Satan and whatever.
Proof, folks, Maui Burst, Mountain Dew.
Direct energy weapon. They gotta show you before they do it.
Direct energy weapon.
They gotta show you before you do it? Why? What? How's that benefit anybody? And why would they show it via fucking Mountain Dew's soda flavor? I mean, why? It makes no sense.
I have to show you before they do it, folks. It's like, if you're a cop, you gotta tell me you're a cop. It's the law. They can't do it unless they put it in our face. And what better way to put it in our face than with Mountain Dew? It just makes sense.
Yep, it's in the Constitution. They have to show it to you before they do it.
Also, there's an executive order that was signed that if you lose your home in a natural disaster, the government can take it.
That's not
so what do you guys think? Is this a play for the elites to reset and take over?
No, it isn't.
What? Whoa. So first you say that, like, you know, hey, there's an executive order if, you know, your house is burnt national disaster or whatever the fuck, or your house is, you know, destroyed natural disaster, the government could take it. That's not even true. Like, I'm pretty sure it means that the government kind of, like, takes the destroyed broader property and says that obviously you can't live here anymore because, well, duh, it's destroyed, and subsidizes you for a new home, or at least, you know, that's in theory is what, you know, should happen. You know, but that usually isn't the case, because there's even people from, like, Hurricane, you know, Irma and Harvey and all these other past few hurricanes the last couple of years that are still fucked from that. You know, so it's like, and yeah, we got a bunch more coming along the way here in the next couple months, so, woo! And, and then also on top of that, you got, you know, like, the elites trying to, like, usurp power control. Like, I mean, how in the like to do a reset? Like, where in the fuck did that come from? Why would they start with Maui?
About it.
Like, what? It's like a testing ground? Because evidently didn't work.
Comment below.
Okay, I comment that you're a fucking moron.
True.
Who will say and believe anything in order to get clicks and clout. Fucking dumbass. And
is there more conspiracies on this? Oh yeah, here it is. We are laser focused on getting aid to survivors, including critical needs assistance. One-time payment of $700 per household, offering relief during the unimaginably difficult time. Well, that seems kind of like a half measure. $700, a one-time payment. I mean, okay, whatever. It seems a little bit of like a breadcrumb insult, but okay. If it was like a monthly $700 payment, you know, to these, you know, people, you know, to help with relief, then I think it would be okay. But, I mean, really, a one-time payment? Okay, whatever. Anyway, we have a staff on the ground dedicated to help survivors. Who's the resident of the United States? Not president, resident. In lieu of the fires of Maui and conspiracy theories making jokes or rubbing in people's faces. Seriously, people can't make this up. Not a joke, folks. What? What? You do realize laser focus is a term of phrase, right? Where you're like hyper focused on trying to address a thing, or address an issue or a problem. Which, considering the things going on in Maui, there is a major problem there. So, you know, Biden's administration being kind of laser focused on that issue right now actually isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's actually good. I mean, granted, it's like a little bit of a half measure with the $700 one-time payment thing. I mean, you know, but I'm sure there's other shit going on outside of that. But still, I mean, it's just like, it's a turn of phrase, you fuck. Oh my god, these troglodytes honestly will take just a term of phrase that's obviously meant to be like figurative and make it literal. Be like, oh yeah, we were laser focused on Maui and wanted to do this because like we have secret Jewish space lasers. Like, I mean, not a joke, folks. Not a joke, folks. It's not a joke. Fucking god, dude.
Voice of reason is like, hey, they gotta tell you before they do it. They gotta put it in your face, but they gotta do it on the sly so you don't know what they're talking about, so they can have plausible deniability. Here's Biden admitting to it. Biden says we're laser focused on getting aid to survivors, including critical needs assistance, a one-time $700 payment per household, offering relief during an unimaginably difficult time. Laser focused. Proof, folks. Proof. He's admitting they're using.
It's proof that the Jewish space lasers are the for reals, though. It's because of the laser focus, the one thing that he said in a tweet once, because, you know, it's totally not a figure of speech. It's literal, folks. It's not a joke. It's not figure of speech, folks. It's very real. Your Jewish space lasers are very real, folks. Oh my god, dude. Wow. Dude, the conspiracy theories about this it's honestly kind of fucking sad. Like, I mean, how in the fuck do they make a conspiracy theory out of this shit like this? I get the climate denialism, but like, they could just say it was just a freak event. You know, it's like, oh yeah, this is just like a freak event. You know, sometimes that happens. I mean, get over it. Climate change ain't real though, still. They can still do that bullshit. But no, they have to go to some fucking extreme, you know, and say it's like some Jewish space lasers or energy repping fucking in space or whatever the fuck. Like, I mean, dude, what the fuck? I mean, at least the former would at least be a little bit more quote-unquote respectable, because sure, it was kind of a freak event, but these freak events are becoming more concurrent and more common because of things like, oh, I don't know, climate change. You know, it's like, but at least, you know, there could still be like a fucking argumentative thing between that. With this shit, it's like, where do you even start? It's not even starting, you know, breaking this shit down outside of just poking fun at them, because they're fucking insane.
Jewish space lasers to burn Hawaii for some reason, so they can, I don't know, whatever. Don't think about it. It's all good.
Yeah, don't think about it. Yeah, conservatism in a nutshell. Don't think about it, just believe what we say and just shut up. Wait, one more of these conspiracy nuts? Conspiracy cults become consensuous. The Maui fires are 100% result of it. Oh my god! The Jewish space lasers, the direct energy. Yo! I knew it! I was honestly kind of joking a little bit because no one ever said anything directly, but this one did it. This one's saying it is the result of the Jewish space lasers. Oh my fucking god. Wow, you can't make this shut up. 100% this caused deadly fires of Maui and such. Dude, oh my god. You're not even a blue check mark, dude. I can't even. Oh my god. Just. Wow.
Here's a bunch of them, folks. Who is burning Maui?
Oh my god. Not the climate. Well, I guess he's reading them.
Climate. Temps have been mid-80s with normal high humidity. No, we've had the highest temps on record this last month, even in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was about to say, because, like, that's kind of bullshit. Like, I'm sure that was probably like that a couple months ago, but, like, I mean, frankly, for, like, the past month to a month and a half, it's been record heat on record heat on record heat for a lot of places. Now, even Oregon's feeling it. We're not hitting record temps, you know, so far, because we did that when we had the heat dome. We kind of, you know, beat everyone to the punch on that one. But, hey, you know, we're feeling it too now. We're feeling the triple digits. I mean, everyone's feeling the triple digits. I mean, we weren't safe over this shit.
Not highly forested. Cars and buildings burned to a crisp. Green trees untouched. Who fired the Dew? Direct energy weapons. Do the Dew?
Dude, Planet Mountain Dew is waging war on Earth.
This is an airborne, high-powered direct energy weapon. Maui will come back. The deep state won't. The Maui devastation is horrific and a result of direct...
And I love how it shows just some random fucking predator drone or something. It's like, see, it was caused by direct energy weapons. Look, see, a drone.
Weapon Dew. Assault on dwelling structures similar to Paradise, California and Boulder, Colorado wildfires. This UNWF Agenda 2030, get people off the land. Expect more of these attacks in rural coastal areas. Did the cabal just use a Dew to cause the Lahaina fires? No, they didn't. So, over and over and over again,
dude, it literally is just like conspiratorial, like, fucking, like, random shit. It's just like schizophrenic, like, you know, posting fucking, like, you know, newspapers on a, you know, fucking, like, corkboard or something with all the random little fucking, like, you know, strings attached, you know, to every little tack, and got some, like, faces here, some faces there, like, you know, some names up there, some names here, and, like, you know, here's, like, the main circle of it all in the center, and it's, like, just some weird cockamamie web. This literally looks like the digital version of this shit, dude. Dude, like, oh my god. We really need reconstruction. We so badly need some motherfucking reconstruction to come back in this goddamn country, because, oh my god. Like, I mean, these people need to be brought up to fucking modern times and understand what reality is, because holy shit.
That's are out in force spreading this bullshit. And, even they know they're lying, folks, but they don't care because Twitter now 100% rewards lying.
Well, duh. I mean, this is Elon Musk's platform. I mean, the dude is, like, very openly about, like, you know, trying to, like, make it essentially kind of like a far-right white nationalist Nazi haven. Because, I mean, a lot of blue Twitter checkmark type of people, I mean, for all intents and purposes, if you see one of those types around, I mean, you might as well say that they were a fucking Nazi. Because, I mean, most of the shit that, you know, comes from, you know, some of the more top, like, you know, blue checkmark types tend to be, like, literal overt, like, Nazi great replacement conspiracy theorists, you know, fucking, you know, 14-word weirdos and shit like that. Like, I mean, they're fucking, you know, like the cream of the crop on that one. Well, I guess mold. Yeah, I mean, you know, fermented, moldy ass cream of the crop, but nonetheless. Ugh. There, I'll go to bed real quick. Do you have a bank account? Hey, Taco. Hello. Hello, little pup. Oh, you big old sweet boy. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, hello. Oh. God damn it. Get that out of the way so he doesn't fucking... Not some of that. Here. Hello. Who's just a sweet little chunkus. Yes, yes, yes. Look at you. Meow, meow, meow. Me. Look at you. You're so goofy. You're just a silly boy. Look at you. Me. Hello. Who's a good boy? Yeah. Who's your sweet pup? Who's our sweet little pup boy? You're a good little boy. Yeah. You're just a sweet boy. Oh, you big stretch. Look at you. A big ball of malarkey. Oof. Man, you big bone of just malarkiness. Look at you. You sweet silly thing. Look at you. You sweet little goof. Wow. Big. You just sound like a snoring, dude. Big lazy little boy. I get legs are all just like sprawl down. Like you just don't give a fuck. Cause you're just goof. You're just big old shop ball. You're just big old ball softiness is what you is. Oh, goof. Oh, you little goofball. There you go. Oh. 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 Wait, do I have a brush in here? I do not. What are you doing? What is this weird, like, split thing you're doing? Oh my fucking god, of course you always do that. Ah, missed that one. I was actually been going on a roll, fucking getting him in there. But damn, missed that one though. Boo. That is some bullshit. Oh damn! I didn't realize there was like 18 other people that were like getting indicted in the whole Georgia thing. That might be like the big one. That, I mean, I feel like that genuinely might be the big one. Like these other few just kind of felt like it was more or less just kind of like weird ass, like kind of just like building up to kind of political theater bullshit. But this right here is certainly like leading up to like some legit substantial type of shit that actually is, you know, kind of hitting the real root of like, you know, the fucking, you know, shit that he needs to be hit with. Which, honestly, this should have been the first fucking indictment, in my opinion. But, you know what, hey. Fourth time's the charm. And besides, like, at this point, there's, like, so fucking many charges he's, you know, having to fucking go up against. Even if he doesn't get, like, most of them, he's gonna get hit with enough of them that he's just fucked. It's just kind of a matter of what they're gonna do with him. Because they need to be aggressive, but fuck, dude. Like, I don't know if, like, I don't know if they're gonna do that, and you know, to the extent that they need to be, because of like his cultist militant base. A lot of them are all like, well, Civil War, and if that's the case, then as far as I'm concerned, just fucking bring it on. As far as I give a shit, you know. But like, I mean, if like it really comes, yeah, because like it's just one of the situations where it's like if they really want to like, you know, bring it to a point of violence, they're the ones who are bringing it to that point. Nobody else is. Like, I'd rather make sure my neighborhoods stay nice and safe. So, like, thank you very much, and I don't have to worry about fucking psychos, you know, trying to come into Portland or whatever the fuck, you know, trying to steal the kill against the labor commies. Because, I mean, you know, a lot of the talks, you know, that I've seen about, especially when it comes to shit like that, they, you know, Portland's something that they mention every now and then. Because it's one place that they want to hit. Let's see if there's like one more thing to check out here. Florida GOP chair attacks LGBT families fiend amid the queer or a push for queer-terrorism. So they're trying to like, you know, partake against rainbow capitalism too, but you know, or also still trying to push this whole groomer narrative to the point where it's causing people to flee Florida, which, I mean, honestly, good on them, like, as far as I'm concerned. Like, if anyone who's, like, in a sound mind, and obviously in the financial means, too, like, I would definitely strongly encourage them to try to, like, you know, see about, you know, finding, you know, a state that, you know, could acclimate to, especially their needs better, or just to their value sets better, frankly, especially Florida, at least. At least, like, you know, just, you know, like, I'd argue that, like, you know, just getting somewhere, especially as far the fuck away from, like, Florida, Texas, or any of these, like, southern states, you know, south of the Mason-Dixon line, I would argue, frankly, is, you know, a better outcome. I mean, there's a lot of, like, you know, hiccups, you know, that come from that type of shit, but that's why I say within the means. Like, obviously, someone can't, you know, I'm not telling them to that. Or telling them to do that, you know, because, like, if they can't, they can't, you know, they have to work within, you know, with what they got when it comes to that type of situation. And if they can't leave, then just do the best you can, you know what I mean? Like, because it's fucking, like, insane that, like, I mean, you know, with how much, you know, so much of, like, you know, these policies don't necessarily just impact, you know, queer folk, but also people that, you know, are just, like, you know, regular, like, you know, well, not necessarily just regular, but, like, you know, just, like, you know, straight people and cis people. Like, it's, you know, like, it's something that impacts people more than just, like, the LGBTQ.
Earlier this year, civil rights organizations like the NAACP and
God, why are these videos so loud, Mike?
Florida issued travel advisories.
Not ready for that.
To Americans considering a trip to Florida in the wake of anti-black and anti-LGBTQ+ policies that have been enacted by the state's Republican Party recently. Now, it's gotten so bad that some people who live in Florida have decided to leave the state permanently. For example, the McKee family explained to CNN that they're leaving because they feel like they have no choice because they have a trans daughter who they want to protect.
We're absolutely moving because of the political climate and the laws in Florida. We didn't want to move. When the Florida Board of Medicine started meeting and we realized that they were going to ban gender affirming care for our kids, that we might need to leave, because that is life-saving, essential medicine and treatment for our daughter.
And that family is not alone, because
which obviously means that they need to move to a state that acclimates better to, you know, that type of care. And I mean, it's what I was kind of referring to earlier, because, like, I mean, as much obviously they don't want to, I mean, because I'm sure they got friends, family, you know, and lives that, you know, they'd basically be totally uprooting. It's not their fucking fault, and they shouldn't have to blame themselves, you know, but, you know, or really blame anyone but, you know, the fucking, you know, fascist, you know, far right, and, you know, the GOP and the Republican Party in this case, because they're the ones who are fucking, you know, making their lives a living hell for no fucking reason, just because they have a trans daughter. Which, I mean, wow, like, God fuck forbid. I mean, they're not doing anything wrong, you know, especially when it comes to, you know, affirming their fucking care, and affirming, you know, like, you know, their daughter's, you know, ability to just exist, because they're doing what parents should be doing. Make sure that the kid's happy, and, like, you know, make sure that, you know, they're living a healthy life, you know, according to what, you know, they need with their life. Which, at least, you know, for their daughter, you know, is obviously, you know, attending towards, you know, their needs of being trans. Which, wow, what a fucking big whoop. Like, as far as I'm concerned, no one should have to give a fuck. It just, you know, should just be a thing, you know, say where it's like, oh, yep, you know, sometimes, you know, people are trans, here's some, you know, affirmative care and some treatments and this and that, blah, blah, blah. There you go. Like, that's just how it should fucking be. It shouldn't, you know, be some sort of like, oh no. But it is, because these fucking people are bigoted, hateful, scumbag, piece of parasitical shit and demons.
The LA Williams Institute spoke to 106 parents specifically about the state's Don't Say Gay law and subsequent expansion, and this is what they found. In response to that law, quote, 40% of the sample said they would like to move out of Florida, 20% very much so, and 19% somewhat. An additional 15% felt mixed about moving, with 45% not wishing to move. Almost 11% said that they were very likely to move in the next 2 years, with an additional 6% saying that this was somewhat likely. Barriers to leaving included jobs, extended family, and the hassle of moving. See, and that's the thing right there. Even if you want to move, it is very difficult to do so, especially if you don't have the resources. But even if you have money, leaving behind your friends and...
I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely a very hard thing. It's honestly why, like, I don't want to move from where I'm at, especially. Because frankly, I've had different opportunities to where I could. You know, and it's just like, honestly, it's like, I mean, I got friends, I have people that I know, like, I mean, I was born and raised here, this is what I know, like, I mean, I, you know, wouldn't be able to, like, really acclimate very well to somewhere like Montana, Texas, or wherever the fuck else, like, not because, like, I couldn't do it necessarily, but because I just don't want to, and I don't want to have to go for that, or at least, you know, not in this case. You know, it's like if I don't have to. Like, I mean, you know, it's like the only situation where I could really see myself moving is, like, you know, maybe somewhere else in Oregon, or really, if it is out of state, maybe like Washington or like Montana or something. Like, I mean, that's really where I wouldn't really venture that far away from Oregon.
Family and having to find a new job. That's just something that...
I mean, because at least for me, Oregon's my home. Like, I mean, as a state, I mean, the Pacific Northwest overall is my home. I mean, I see kind of Washington as kind of like, you know, like my next door neighbor, basically. I mean, that's a part of my home, just as much as my next door neighbors, you know, here in my own fucking street. You know, so it's just like, I mean, you know, same thing with, you know, any of these other states. I mean, California not as much because they're more down the block, so to speak. And then I got Idaho, which is also somewhat down the block, and I don't like them. So it's like, you know, they're the neighbor that I don't like. But, you know, I like my other neighbors, right? You know, so it's like, I mean, I kind of see it like that, because this place is my fucking home. Like, I mean, yeah, and I wouldn't really trade for anything else, you know, flaws and all, frankly.
Most people don't want to have to do unless they feel like they absolutely have to, but regardless, 11% of parents said that they were very likely to move within the next 2 years, specifically because of the state's anti-queer policies. Now, that is not an insignificant number, right? And this is a small sample size. It's a pretty big number. Still, 11%. That's huge. And even,
I mean, you know, considering the fact that, like, you know, you have, like, if you extrapolate that, like, to, like, Florida as a population, that equals out to a lot of fucking people. I mean, granted, you know, especially 106 people, that, I mean, that frankly doesn't really, I mean, to be honest, doesn't mean too much. but at least kind of gives you somewhat of an idea about, like, you know, how some parents are feeling. And there's a lot of parents that generally feel like, yeah, nah, fuck this. Like, I mean, if I could, you know, I would, or I'm making the plans now, or, you know, I'm gonna try to, you know, work my way into a situation to where I can get the fuck out of here. Like there are, like, people are, like, I mean, parents are feeling a little bit more inclined to get the fuck out, you know, more so than stay. Like, I mean, I was watching, I'm sure, like, we'll react to it at some point as a clip, but I was watching, or, well, not really watching, but listening to Vosh's stream earlier today about, like, this Anthony Oliver fucking, like, country dipshit, which I've actually seen his video, like, you know, like, you know, I don't know, it's like, it's some weird fucking name, I don't even know, it's like Richmond of, you know, north of Richmond or something like that. It's basically a neo-Confederate fucking song that's trying to, like, you know, try to play off itself as, like, some pro-labor song. It's kind of fucking pathetic, frankly. And, like, honestly, like, there was a whole fat rabbit hole of him that I just wanted to get into right now. But, like, that's why I say I hope it's a clip, because if it is, then we'll definitely have to check it out, because the guy is certainly a gem. But nonetheless, it's just like, I mean, you know, like, these, I mean, like, these whole fucking, like, elements of just, like, you know, like, people wanting to, like, GTFO, you know, from, like, you know, Florida, you know, and, you know, when it comes to, like, this whole, like, element of, you know, being, like, suburbanites or like, suburban families and shit. Like, I mean, this isn't really something conservatism isn't really, like, you know, able to, like, you know, win over anymore. And at least, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, on stream, like, at least, you know, one thing that he was talking about with his segment, you know, talking about that, you know, Anthony Oliver guy, was one thing that is, like, saying that, like, a lot of especially the far-right extremist, like, propaganda arm of the GOP and the, you know, Republican Party abroad and conservatism abroad in America is basically, you know, knowing that, like, they basically have lost the suburbanites in a way, you know, at least, you know, for the most part. And, you know, a lot of them have essentially shifted towards, you know, being either independent or Democrat. And, you know, basically a lot of, you know, the conservative propaganda arm, especially when it comes to PR shit, like, you know, when it comes to music artists and stuff, they have to, you know, they basically are kind of going for the more, like, hillbilly, you know, fucking, like, I got my beers in my F-150 and I'm shooting those Bud Light cans down range, or whatever the fuck, you know, got random ass shit like that, you know, that they're fucking pushing and shit. Like, they're basically having to, you know, cater to a lot more of a rural base, basically. So it's like, now you got these fucking weird dipshits like Anthony Oliver or whatever the fuck his name is and shit. You know, and, you know, so it's like, I mean, it's something that's, you know, more of a growing trend that, like, they can't really win over, like, the suburbanite vote so much anymore, and that includes a lot of people that have, like, you know, kids, you know, and they're raising, you know, a family and shit. And, you know, sometimes, you know, a lot of them have kids that they obviously want the best interest for. Maybe they don't totally agree with every single little aspect, but they're at least open to understanding and are willing to at least, you know, affirm their, you know, child's, you know, like, development when it comes to them either being gay, trans, or whatever the fuck else. Like, I mean, you know, for the flaws of my fucking mom, you know, for example, like, she was a, you know, kind of more of a moderate, conservative-leaning kind of evangelical Christian type. You know, and she kind of, you know, even guilt-tripped a little bit about, like, me being bisexual and shit, but, you know, at the end of the day, she, you know, and came around because she was at least wanting the best interest of me as a, you know, her child, and was willing to, you know, try to figure it out. And she kind of realized that, like, yeah, you know, he is the way he is, and that's fine. I still love my kid, and that's okay. Like, you know, fuck what my feelings feel like. I mean, that's pretty much at the end of the day what she came down to as a conclusion. Like, because, you know, like, even when it comes to me and my political perspectives, and her and I disagree on a lot of different things. And, you know, but nonetheless, you know, she still at least appreciates the fact that I'm more of an idealist and kind of a radical, so to speak, you know, considering that, you know, in a way that is, and she even recognizes, you know, people like that are kind of how, you know, certain things are shaped, you know, when it comes to, you know, some of the more beneficial aspects of our country and shit, like when it comes to things like the civil rights movement and stuff, because, like I said, I've had these back and forths with her and shit, and, you know, at a certain point, she does recognize, you know, the value to it. You know, even if she doesn't necessarily totally disagree with it, or totally agree with it, I should say. I mean, you know, it's at least, you know, one of those things where, like, you know, like some people can kind of get it, you know, but I mean, fuck. I mean, you know, it's like, you know, knowing that even those type of people are like, I don't know about living here anymore. I mean, that really fucking says something. Because, I mean, I can argue that, you know, my mom probably would be maybe somewhat inclined to potentially leave Florida, you know, in any situation, you know, like, if I was, like, you know, somehow, like, you know, with the age I was in, like, from 2013 to 15, 16-ish, you know, like, if I was that age now in Florida, you know, being raised there for some reason, like, I mean, you know, I can imagine she probably would, you know, do something like that, depending especially if I had friends, or maybe even if she had friends or something like that might have moved. I mean, she'd probably be inclined. I mean, you know, especially if me as her kid pressured it. So, I don't know, it's just one of those things where even, like, you know, somewhat moderate conservative type of, like, family members, you know, that are at least more willing to override, you know, whatever ideas they have, you know, for the best interest of the child, are willing to be more like, you know, maybe I should probably, you know, listen to my kid, maybe we should go to the state that, you know, that would definitely be more better for them, even if there are, you know, some hiccups along the way. Because honestly, the hiccups we've got going on now are way fucking worse, you know, especially for my child's health in comparison to right now, you know, or like in the process of fucking, you know, having to move and shit. Which is unfortunate, you know, all in all, you know, regardless, but, like, I mean, at least that does lead to a better outcome. And, I mean, you know, I'd at least argue that there's, you know, more of a possibility that more moderate conservative types, or even centrist types, you know, and shit, tend to get way more turned off on these type of things. And, yeah, like, that's kind of, like, a lot of that is just the reason why, like, they've solidified their base. It's like these rural, far-right, weird neo-Nazi fucking weirdos are like neo-Confederate, you know, like, shout rise again, chuckle fucks, so, like, you know, disenfranchised, rural, you know, uneducated types. I mean, at least, you know, for that last one, I feel more bad for, but for the other two, I don't. I mean, you know, but they all kind of get intertwined, you know, a lot, you know, unfortunately.
Support for that law is largely partisan. Even a small number of Republicans are saying that they're considering leaving the state as well.
Hey, that kind of validates what I was just talking about in my long rant. That was kind of disjambled, but nonetheless, I mean, I hope it at least, you know, came full circle. But it kind of goes into what I was saying. Like, there are some, you know, more moderate, you know, center-right leaning Republican types that are even, you know, willing to consider things like that. Like I was talking about hypothetically with my mom, so to speak. You know, given, you know, like, you know, in hindsight, you know, with what I know about, like, you know, this, especially with my own experience, you know, having to, you know, have that back and forth with her and shit. Yeah, so it's like, I mean, arguably, like, I mean, even my mom might be, you know, under that, you know, umbrella. And I think, you know, she wouldn't necessarily be the only one. There's definitely other people and other, you know, like, family friends that I know that are definitely kind of somewhat conservative when it comes to certain issues. At least, you know, and even they would certainly consider these things if I were to, like, maybe potentially pressure them on that.
Washington Examiner reports Abby Goldberg, the study's author, shared with the Washington Examiner that 53% of Democratic respondents had indicated that they had considered leaving the state, along with 40% of independents and 15% of Republicans. In contrast, 80% of Republicans said they have not considered leaving the state, along with 33% of Democrats and 40% of independents. And to be clear, the Washington Examiner is a right-wing rag, but if they're reporting these numbers and they're not trying to hide it, that goes to show you how bad the situation is in Florida, right? It doesn't make any member of the GOP look good. And any sane political party would take that as a sign that their policies have been a colossal failure. But not the GOP, because they're not a sane party. Because in response to this finding,
they never really
the chair of the Florida Republican Party, Christian Ziegler, is essentially telling these families who are fleeing, good riddance. So the Washington Examiner continues,
because he's a demon. He's a fucking piece of shit. I mean, of course. I mean, it's not really atypical of these fucking monsters.
85% of voters support the actual language in the law, including 55% of Democrats. Christian Ziegler, the chairman of the Florida Republican Party, told the Washington Examiner. With that said, if a Democrat voter is passionate and perverted enough to support the sexualization of kids during school in grades as early as kindergarten, then I would agree that Florida is probably not the best fit for them.
So he's like, oh yeah, so if you have parents, which he's basically just overriding and saying, oh no, these Democrats, if they happen to think that, their children should be mutilated and sexually perverse, then, fine. And you know what, I'm the only one thinking about that though, so, don't mind that though. I mean, the fact that, he, projects that type of shit along with the rest of these fucking weird, disgusting, monstrous freaks, I mean, really just, it says a lot about them. How much do you want to bet if we looked on this guy's hard drive, this Christian Ziegler guy, this weird, more fat, failed, botched clone of fucking Seth MacFarlane, over here? Like, if we, took this motherfucker and looked at his hard drive, how much do you want to bet there's, a terabytes of CPU on that bitch? I bet, bro.
I just want to remind you again, this is the chairman of the Florida State Republican Party.
And that makes me feel more validated that he probably has terabytes worth of CPU on his hard drive on his computer. And at least, about 100 gigabytes worth of it on his phone.
He says that these parents support the sexualization of kids. It's just kids finding out that queer people exist, that their teacher might be trans or gay.
And also parents discovering that potentially for the first time as well. And, letting that be coming to learning experience with them and their child, together in a way. I mean, that's kind of how it was with, me and my mom when it came to Asperger's and shit. Because that's what I was diagnosed with, and she never knew what the fuck that was up until I got diagnoses, and then a couple days later my dad did when, they were figuring out, well, how did I get it? And they realized, well, my dad had it once they diagnosed him. So it's just like, I mean, there's, it's one of those things where it's like, maybe sometimes, it could be a learning experience, where it's like, parents don't necessarily know that, and they're figuring that out with their child, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, that's actually, if anything, a really good, healthy experience. If, a parent doesn't necessarily know something and the child doesn't, but they kind of know a little bit about who they are on that one, but are really totally understanding of it, and, but the parent's still figuring it out and willing to learn with them and shit, I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, that's a very, good bonding development moment with, the parent and child. You know what I mean? So, why should that shit be seen as a bad thing? Unless you're, a fucking weird, deprived fucking psycho.
That's it.
Or fucking a bio-objective, social, cultural essentialist, that thinks that, society and humanity and life ought to be a certain way because that's just how it naturally is. Whoa. Whoa. We had, 2 frames, and then well. Boy. Oh, wow. Are we at 1 frame per 10 seconds? Oh my god. What the fuck? Really? How did my Bluetooth not, connect? Or, wait, how did disconnect? Holy. Well, that was random. It's glitch in the Matrix. We're breaking away from the Matrix, Tokchi.
That's not how it works, first of all. But that's not happening, right? And he's calling these families who are having to flee or wanting to flee perverted and accusing them of supporting the sexualization of children when he knows that that's not what they support. But
I bet you deep down inside this Christian Ziegler guy, like I said, supports it based on the files that he has on his hard drive.
And why so-called anti-groomer Republicans always resort to hyperbole and smears and never engage with the real criticisms.
Oh my god. This guy's energy really is like a right-wing jock wannabe Bosch fat pudgy version of Seth MacFarlane, isn't it? Oh my god. Because his face really kind of honestly resembles Seth MacFarlane a little bit, but it just looks like a lot more of a fat pudgy or right-wing fucking freakazoid version of him.
Because their arguments only sound compelling if you lie to get people to support them and use straw man arguments against their opponents. But in response to this Williams Institute study making them look bad from a policy standpoint, he tried to spin this and went on the offensive against Democrats, sharing an interview that he did with CBS Miami, where he says that it's actually, quote, sane voters who are fleeing the Democratic Party. Oh, okay. And
what?
One's hurting because their, quote, vile support for indoctrination, sexualization, and mutilation of our children. I don't know about you, but that sounds like cope to me. You know, if these families...
Yeah, cope, see, bitch.
Want to flee, let them flee. But really, who's being fleed from is the Democratic Party. Voters are fleeing from them, see? Now, he also went on to argue in that clip that the Democratic Party is in shambles because they don't support the same draconian and fascistic policies that the Republican Party supports.
Democratic Party in Florida is in shambles because of that. I'm pretty sure they're in shambles because they're like a neoliberal shit-lib party, and, you know, at least especially probably locally ran there, and probably try to placate, try to probably placate as much as they can, but realistically don't actually, you know, fucking, you know, win over any hearts and minds on that on any front, and just look pathetic and fucking shitty, you know, because of that as a result. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of reason why, you know, they are in shambles over there in Florida, but probably not for that.
He's referring specifically to the state Democratic Party, but let's watch.
Their problem is their radical agenda that they're trying to sell to Florida.
Okay, now it looks like, you know, fucking a botched, pudgy version of Seth MacFarlane with a fucking orange spray tan like Trump. Oh my god. Why does this guy look like a botched Seth MacFarlane clone? And hey, why you got a red star over there, buddy? Are you secretly a commie? What's that red star there for, bruh? I know you and your fucking conservative weirdos are all about symbology, like in literally every way till Sunday, including like weird, secret, like subliminal symbology. So that red star, man, is that secret subliminal symbology that you're a fucking commie, bruh? Obviously not. I'm just being facetious, but whatever.
That Floridians aren't just rejecting, they are fleeing from. And you were seeing this mass exodus from the Democrat Party, where people are registering as sometimes as independents, and then eventually they become Republicans, or they're jumping right over to the Republican side, because this is not the Democrat Party of their grandparents, of JFK. They don't even recognize it.
I like how you did not include FDR in that.
A lot of Democrats don't even recognize their party today, with just how radical it has become.
Listen,
I mean, honestly, the fact that it's like the exact opposite is kind of the reason why the Democratic Party deserves an indictment. The Democratic Party should go back to its fucking roots, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, the more radical side of FDR and JFK and shit. Like, I mean, that'd be nice.
Will never defend the Florida State Democratic Party because they are terrible. They're terrible for different reasons, but they just don't care about winning, it seems. Having said that, though, I mean, he's very obviously deflecting. I feel like everyone can see that. Imagine if the shoe were on the other foot. Imagine if a large percentage of residents in Florida were or wanted to flee the state as a direct result of the Democratic Party's policies. And to make matters worse, the leader of the state Democratic Party came out and said, well, good riddance, let them leave, they're perverts. Can you imagine what the GOP would say? They would endlessly blast those Democrats, and rightfully so. But because the Republicans are...
I mean, honestly, not rightfully so, because at least the Democrats would be accurate by calling them, you know, these, you know, Republicans a bunch of pedos and shit. You're a bunch of perverts. I mean, because they actually are. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be rightfully so, because at least, you know, if the Democrats do it, they would be fucking accurate.
Floridians away, their only go-to method is to deflect, since their position is draconian and indefensible. But, ironically, as the state GOP chair bids good riddance to residents, the state itself and specific travel boards in the state are trying to advertise themselves as a safe place for LGBTQ people so they can keep breaking in that sweet tourist cash. Pink News explains a 60-second audio clip from Visit Orlando was broadcasted on iHeartRadio channels, including Pride Radio, reassuring listeners that the city is ready to welcome you just as you are. The possibility
bullshit, considering that Florida's, fascist shithole. Like, nope.
Are endless. And there are amazing LGBTQ plus events for you to experience where everyone is welcome, the ad continues. NBC...
You know what, I mean, I will grant that maybe Universal Studios and Disney and these, like, parks themselves probably got some shit like that. But, like, Florida State and Orlando as a city, bullshit, dude.
Journalist Ben Collins saw the advertisements while listening to a podcast and wrote on a Thursday...
Okay, why does this guy look like he's in a prison jumpsuit?
This 10th tweet that the city was down so bad it's unbelievable. A similar event by the Tourism Association from June, titled Orlando is Full of Pride, features a few of the city's LGBTQ plus residents speaking about why it is a safe place for queer people.
No, it ain't. Like, Portland is actually a fucking safe space for queer people. Like, if you want to talk about, like, a city with pride, I mean, go look at fucking Portland, Seattle, bitch. I mean, fucking Orlando's a joke. I mean, get bitch made.
Nope. The video ad says, the way our city is set up, there are so many pockets of multicultural groups. The Florida city relies heavily on tourism due to its many theme parks, including Disney World and Universal Studios. Despite this, a report from Spectrum News found that tourism had decreased by 3.5% in the 12 months from April 2022 to April 2023. Yikes.
Oof.
Now,
yeah, that's a pretty... That's not good.
There is a couple of caveats here. To be fair, specifically trying to attract queer tourists isn't necessarily a new phenomenon, since cities have been trying to market to queer people as inclusive since before the travel advisories were put in place. And furthermore, you can't necessarily say that correlation equals causation. You can't prove definitively that this small decrease in tourism is the direct result of these travel advisories or queer people and their allies choosing to not visit. But it's not unreasonable to deduce that it has something to do with it, right, given the current political climate. But nonetheless, we'll just have to wait and see if this trend continues, because the state has reported high numbers in early 2023, and 2022 was a record year for tourism in Florida, but that came after the peak of the pandemic, where they experienced record lows. But I mean, the expansion of the Don't Say Gay law and adult gender-affirming care ban and bathroom bills didn't get codified until after that number was released, where they said they're doing great. So I mean, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, right? We don't know.
I'm very sure that the numbers aren't going to look that great.
For sure how this will affect tourism, but I hope it does. I hope it hurts them, right?
Yeah, because fuck Florida. I mean, also, like, fuck these other states that are pretty much copying a lot of their policies too, which are basically copying Viktor Orbán's policies, from Hungary, because he's a fucking, like one of the main catalysts, for a lot of, fascism that, honestly, some lefties don't really necessarily talk about, because, like, he made a lot of visits, with a lot of, these right-wing extremists, including from DeSantis and Abbott, etc. Like, he made, like, speeches, like, at the Texas CPAC and shit not that long ago. So, I mean, like, the motherfucker's, like, a major influence when it comes to a lot of these type of policies. He kind of, set a framework of, like, here's how you could do it successfully.
Because despite them trying to market to queer people...
Because, honestly, a lot of the policies from Don't Say Gay Bill and these anti-trans policies and shit... They are pretty much, like, not really exactly too much different from, policies in that Hungary is enacted nationally.
The state's lawmakers have made it abundantly clear that you are not welcome in their state if you are a queer person or a queer ally, right? So, by traveling there, you are supporting their bigotry with your money, right? This is the bigotry capital of the country, and their laws don't just affect Floridians. These laws are being exported to other states. I mean, how many more states have implemented a Don't Say Gay law after Florida did it, right? So they're leading the way in this crusade against LGBTQ plus people. So if you can, don't go there. I understand if you have family there and whatnot, but I mean, if you live in Florida...
I mean, this is kind of, how I feel about Texas. I mean, I got family there. I'm going to go down there on Thanksgiving, but, I mean, I honestly kind of want to try to avoid it, to be honest. I mean, but, I mean, I know at least, considering my schedule, I mean, it would be, something of availability, but, I mean, still, I really don't want to do it.
However, and you don't have a choice, then I mean, you have my deepest sympathies, because if you are a queer person, or just a good person, like, it's not just about being gay or straight or trans or cis, if you're just a good person, you should want to get as far away from this hellhole as you possibly can. But I understand that that's easier said than done, because again, moving from your home is very, very difficult. But if you can choose to not travel there, then don't, because this state doesn't deserve your money.
Damn right. I mean, not just that state, but pretty much any state, you know, south of the Mason-Dixon line. And abroad, frankly, at this point, like Wyoming, fucking, you know, Idaho, you know, like North South Dakota to an extent. Like, I mean, there's a lot of these states that kind of fucking deserve it as far as I'm concerned, and probably deserve a little reconstruction at this rate. Because at this point, I mean, especially Florida, like, Florida could be the example state. We could just start with Florida, and if, you know, any of these other states want to continue to fucking, you know, do their shit, then we'll just, you know, hit them state by state. I'd be okay with that even. Because at a certain point, the rest of them will fucking fold. You know, if, you know, most of them don't fold after fucking Florida, then we'll hit Texas. And, you know, if the rest of them don't fold after that, then we'll hit, you know, the next fucking state after that. Which should probably be Idaho. Yeah, so we'll hit fucking Idaho after that, you know? It's like, we'll keep hitting them until they all fucking fold. I mean, that's how it should be fucking treated. I tell you what. The fuck? It's a little goof. Oh, just closed the door in the laundry room now, and I just sealed himself in. What a goofball. Ugh, what a goof. But anyway, I think I'll at least call it good for the night. Get myself some food, because needs to be hungry. Be hungry, I've been making myself a feast. So I'll just call it good for now. So peace out. Of course, be back around for the morning, where we'll suffer in the heat again together. So